I'm the Doctor.
Me too, if I ever pass my exams.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello.
It's us. We're back. How are you today? Any news?
Any news? I finished a quilt top.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was very good. The black and white one.
With the colourful stars, yeah.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
And now I'm working on another top secret thing.
You can say because she's not listening.
So making Mother something special for her 63rd birthday.
Yes.
Sorry, Mum, I just gave you age away. How about you? How was nursery?
Oh my god, I was in nursery today at school. It's my absolute worst cup of tea. Not my cup of tea at all.
It goes.
Key Stage 2 is my favourite. That's 7 to 11 years old. And then Key Stage 1, is okay.
You got to get used to it.
I'm going to Key Stage 1 next year, I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anywho, shall we start?
Yeah, so let's talk about the reason we're here. We have begun Doctor Who Series 3.
Yes.
With Smith and Jones.
Martha!
So go on then. Remember our rule, say something nice. So start with something really positive about this episode.
I like Martha.
You like Martha.
Yeah.
You did say in the middle of the episode you like to talk to the characters on TV sometimes, and you said to her, "You're potentially my favourite companion so far."
I like her gumption.
Yeah, she does have gumption.
I like how I think she's far superior to Rose, even in this episode, because I feel like she adds something. Like Rose only adds something when the Doctor drip feeds her.
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Rose got better at adding something in Series 2, but Martha.
No.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Definitely,
she's got that.
Yeah, she definitely does add something, and you could see the Doctor noticing that throughout. And they also made the effort to make her very distinct from Rose and show ways in which she's not Rose.
Yes. Which is good. Separate the characters out. Because that brings me on to my first negative point.
Okay.
I can see why people get turned off by Doctor Who by this point.
Okay, tell me more about what you mean by that.
It's just the same structure. Character structures.
So you're talking about the Doctor with one female companion as the lead cast.
Yeah, and I just think I think the reason why I prefer Torchwood is because of the ensemble cast.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Yeah.
And you had a wider scope of characters and how they interacted within their perilous adventures.
Yeah, definitely.
Where this, I feel like coming back, I can feel how it has come a long way from 2 to 3. I can feel the difference.
Yeah. I
can feel that it's a touch more like, as you said in the car the other day, grunge, darker.
Yeah.
And maybe a smidge, like Series 2 and 1 were leaning towards the juvenile side. This is kicking over into okay, so now we're PG-12 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going into a more adult supervisory watching experience.
Maybe, yeah.
But you still got the same old crazy Doctor.
Yes.
After watching Jack and his cronies, the Doctor is so bizarre, but so
entertaining.
He's so entertaining. And I forgot how David Tennant is absolutely a marvellous actor and a marvellous performer, and he understood this role. He understood okay, this Doctor's a bit unhinged, but he's a genius, and most geniuses have this type of unhingedness.
Yeah. You say he really understands the role. Well, he I don't know if you know this, but he grew up as a huge Doctor Who fan.
Oh dear Lord.
He was a Doctor Who geek, and he actually became an actor because he desperately wanted to, I don't know if be the Doctor, but at least be in Doctor Who at some point. So, imagine him going back to his child self and saying, one day you're going to
laddie, you are a doctor
You're going to be the Doctor, yeah.
That was a Scottish accent.
It was an attempt, wasn't it? An attempt was made.
Hey, little laddie, you going to be the doctor soon.
You sound like Southern America. Did you notice his new costume? He's wearing a blue suit in this episode.
But then doesn't he go back to his old suit?
He went back to the brown one at the end, yeah. He kind of alternates them in different ways, but...
I thought he just stole this off someone.
No, this is the first time... Well, he may have done in the hospital. Who knows? I don't think he would have done because it's very similar to the brown one, just in the blue. But yeah, it's the first time we see it in this episode. So Martha's got a big family.
Big family?
Unlike Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Rose, it was just her and her mum.
Yeah. Martha's got Leo.
Her brother Leo.
Her dad Dennis.
Clive, yes.
Her mum
Francine.
And her sister, didn't catch her name.
Tish, Letitia.
Oh.
You recognised Francine?
Yes! Lady Danbury.
From
Bridgerton.
Okay. You might have recognised her from a Doctor Who episode last series. Except you wouldn't because her face wasn't visible. She was one of the Catnuns.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's a good actress.
She is a good actress. Also, wasn't she in Cucumber?
Don't know.
As Lance's sister. You know, she came in at the end.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
We need to rewatch that.
No, I can't.
I need to rewatch that.
Emotional tall male.
Okay. What we do need to watch is It's a Sin. I've watched it and you haven't yet.
No.
And you must. So, by the way, her brother Leo gets Hottie of the Week for me. He was in it for about 2 seconds. But
Oh, yeah. I like the Doctor.
Oliver Morgenstern.
Yeah.
Yes. He's a bit of a twat, though, isn't he?
He's just a poncy rich mutt boy who he's getting a medical degree.
Yeah, he is. I love how he thinks he's like the spokesman for the human race.
Oh, yeah.
And like, and then when they press him up against the wall, he's like, "Oh, please don't hurt me. I was just trying to help. Please don't hurt me." And then at the end, he's like, "And I told him, you can't do that. We have rights."
But does not escape that he was very good looking.
Okay. It's Leo for me.
And it's Oliver Morgenstern
Okay.
for me.
Slash
the Doctor, because the Doctor looks good in this episode.
He does look good, yes.
But he looks good in every episode. I mean, he can't be Hottie of the Week every episode because that'd be stealing. Hogging.
Hogging.
So, yeah.
Hoggy of the Week. Anyway, so Martha's got this big family. There's also Annalise. Spoiler, you won't see her again.
Oh, thank
But
God for that. I put my foot down!
This is me putting my foot down. And then she's just, oh my God, literally. She's so like nails on a blackboard.
Oh, yeah. But I think that's the archetype she is.
Exactly, yeah. Is that Martha? Hi, Martha. Hi. See you at the party, babes.
You just released your inner diva.
I did. And that bit, I'm not staying in there to be insulted. She said you looked healthy. No, I didn't. I said orange.
Oh, Lady Danbury hits her park run.
Francine.
Lady Danbury.
You can't keep calling her that forever.
Lady Danbury is amazing in Bridgerton.
Okay.
She's one of my top 5 favourite characters.
Do you think I would like Bridgerton?
You would like Jonathan Bailey's bum. Yeah.
Is that reason enough to watch it?
He has a sex scene very early on in the series.
Yes.
In episode 1, and I think it's like 10 minutes in.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll watch the first 10 minutes of episode 1 several times just to see if I like it. Anywho, right, you can amuse yourself for a minute because you won't want to be involved in this conversation.
Why?
But I just want to say the music. Martha's theme comes in this episode, and it is a beautiful piece of music.
I didn't even hear any music about Martha.
That's because you're not a musical person and you don't pick up on these things.
It didn't go, Martha, Martha, I'm Martha's theme. Martha, Martha, I'm Martha's theme. Martha, Martha.
They played it a lot at the start when we first saw Martha, and like when she was going around the hospital with her group. And then there was like a longer version in the final scene when she was being tempted off into the TARDIS. It's that vocal line that's like, ooh.
Sounds Doctor Who-y.
It's lovely. And not when I sing it, obviously, but it's lovely in general. and it's sort of moody and like it's very different from Rose's music. It's a lovely piece of music. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Hats off, Murray Gold. One of your best pieces, in my opinion. And yes, we did do it with the DWFO. Anne Reid was in this episode.
She was in Dinner Ladies.
Yes, you love Dinner Ladies.
I do. I grew up on Dinner Ladies.
And spoiler, minor spoiler, not the only Dinner Ladies cast member to be in this series.
Wasn't Thelma Barlow in another episode? No, that was in Murder Most Horrid.
If that's the person I'm thinking of, then yes. Let me just double check. I think it is her.
Thelma Barlow?
The one who's like, oh, they've got the voice like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dolly.
Yeah, she's in an episode later on this series. Anyway, Anne Reid, love her. She's always good in whatever she does. She was in Years and Years as well, wasn't she?
Yes, and I really do feel like she's good at comedy, and she's very good at serious actually.
Yes,
she's a very all-rounder actress, and she understood that. Okay, this is Doctor Who. Yeah. I can be a bit hammy today.
Camp villain.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit
ham it up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
And she understood that, and I think she was the reason why I quite enjoyed the episode so much.
Yeah. In
terms of villain, because she was entertaining.
She is, yeah.
A bit like a panto villain.
Oh, definitely. That's exactly. Sometimes that's just what you need.
Not that I've ever seen a panto.
No, but you know the kind of trope. So many of her lines, like when she's about to suck his blood, and she's like, "I've even brought a straw." And
she just comes straight out of her shift at the Dinner Ladies.
And I don't know why, but I love the bit when she's explaining to the Doctor about how she's assimilated the blood and everything. And she shows him the cross on her hand, and she goes, "But I'm hidden."
But the thing is, I don't understand why she has to assimilate again.
Because the Doctor put the frighteners on her because he said the rhinos are increasing their scan. So she was like, oh shit, I'm not going to be covered. So she's like, I need to drink again because she said she was very good at absorbing the salt, which means like it only lasts for a certain length of time, the cover.
Yeah, but what does a plasma ball actually look like?
I don't know. He said they were an internal shapeshifter, so maybe that is just what she looks like on the outside.
Oh.
I don't know. Unconfirmed, I would say.
Yeah. Hashtag didn't want to spend money on shape-shifting.
But what do you think about her, like, drinking blood with a straw? Only in Doctor Who.
Yes. And I'm a bit like, love, you put that to his neck. You didn't even pierce anything.
Oh, when you don't see the moment with Mr. Stoker when she pierces it, but you do with the Doctor, and there's a definite, like, she pushes it in and you hear a sort of sound.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's hilarious, but kind of disturbing as well.
Yeah. I loved the name for the droids.
Oh, the slabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that because I think, like, it's so easy to call them droids or drones or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and to call them a slab. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah. Apparently they're solid leather all the way through.
Makes no sense, but yeah.
No. Did you hear what Martha said about Planet Zavirax? That's a reference I never got at the time.
It's a real planet.
No, it's not. It's a Zavirax apparently was a cold sore cream.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
And it's apparently the adverts used to be this woman had cold sores and she didn't want them to be seen, so she would go around wearing a big motorcycle helmet.
Oh my god, yes!
Have you
I
seen
remember that advert.
Oh, okay. No, I've never seen it. I've just heard about it.
No, I'm pretty sure you would remember it if you saw it.
Okay.
Because it was everywhere in that time period.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but that's the reference she's making.
Stephen, when are we going to find your British Airways advert?
My parents have it on a video cassette.
We need it.
Well, we've got to digitise it then.
We need to watch it.
Yeah.
We need to expose it to the world.
No.
So that we can see how good Stephen was as a childhood actor.
Well, I didn't have a lot of material.
Well.
All I had to do was sit and play on a Game Boy and then chuck a milkshake over a man.
Oh. No lines?
I think I might have had to say what at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe let's keep that hidden.
Anyway.
I want to see you act.
Well, we can dig out. I'm sure I've got recordings of some things.
You need to audition for Edna again.
No. So if anyone knows Hairspray, I in a youth production I played Edna, which is a drag role, and it was huge fun. But I was 17 when I did that, and I am not capable of dancing anymore. Let's put it that way.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely not.
You're timeless to me.
Yeah. Mr. Stoker's a bit of a twat, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
2 years in Florida.
He's a mansplainer.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those typical old white straight men
Yeah.
who think they're God's gift.
Because they've had a successful doctor career.
Yes. I mean, he's training up the next generation, and all he's doing is being like sarcastic and rude to them.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, he's not very good at doctor if he's examined the doctor and not realised he's got 2 hearts.
Yeah.
Martha was good though, because at the end she was like, 2 hearts, and she was like,
she used what she knew.
yeah,
She's clever.
because she's clever and she's going to be a doctor, and we just need to. A doctor needs to park. He's not very good at parking people where they need to be when they finish their journey with him, but he needs to park her just back there so that
So she can actually
fulfill her potential. Because obviously, I think I'd love her if she's my doctor. Like,
yeah. Assuming she survives her time with the doctor.
oh my God, does she die?
Wait and see.
That smirky, smicky smile tells me that she dies.
Well, you were convinced Rose was going to die, so
In a way, I was correct.
in a way, in that her name is on a list of the dead, but
Yes.
she hasn't physically died.
No.
This is a tiny random little thing, but it's something that I've always thought when I watched the episode, so I have to mention it. You know when Martha was on the phone to Tish at lunchtime and they were talking about meeting up?
Mm.
And they're talking about what they're going to do about this party, and they don't want Mum and Annalise being there at the same time.
Mm.
Martha's like, we'll tell Annalise to get there for 8 o'clock, and blah, 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 blah. And then she says, we'll tell Mum to get there for about 8:39.
Mm.
And obviously she means 8:30/9 o'clock.
Mm.
But when I was a kid and I watched this, I thought she meant tell Mum to get there for 8:39, as in 39 minutes past 8. Like, I thought the joke was Francine is so, like, such a stickler that she would get there exactly on the minute they said.
Okay, I can get it.
But that's not the joke. There is no joke. My brain was just weird.
Well,
I think, to be fair, I think it's the way Freema delivers it a little bit. Like, she does sound like, to me, she does sound like she's saying 8:39.
Freema.
Yes. We love Freema. Speaking of which,
she was Adado.
she was Adiola in Army of Ghosts.
Oh my God, it sounds like Areola.
Oh, for God's sake.
It does.
Okay. Is that going to be the title? Areola. Anyway.
I can't unhear it.
No.
It sounds so like Areola.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
I loved, by the way, when the hospital landed on the moon.
Mm.
The very, very first thing you said was, how are they breathing? And I was thinking, oh, that's good because that you thought of that, you know.
They're on the moon.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, and Martha was like, come on, like, the windows aren't airtight, so if they didn't have air, they would have died instantly.
Yeah, they would have
Yeah.
suffocated. Within
So I
seconds.
do like that bit. And that poor woman who the doctor's like, not her, she'd hold us up.
Oh, yeah.
She was a bit pathetic.
Could have been Martha's girlfriend. We didn't know that. Oh, when they were going to the moon,
Yeah.
literally, love, don't try and stand up. Obviously, you can't. So find yourself a nice spot on the floor and stay there.
Who's that, Martha or her
They're
friend?
both of them.
Oh, both of them,
They were
yeah.
just- oh, they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
And then once they're on the moon, we get that scene. As soon as I knew it was coming, I was cringing inside. The extras are being extra.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, let's be fair. If that really happened, you would absolutely lose your shit and freak out.
Yes. So I'm going to say something here.
But go on.
It was a bit pandemonium-y.
I don't know what the director said to them.
Pandemonium-y.
He must have said to them, like, you know, show that you're absolutely, like, lost your mind about it. But that some of them are just so over the top. Like,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And that nurse who was like, her face was like,
Yeah, we can't see, but yeah.
my
And
God.
there's that other man who, like, he turns and grabs the man next to him, like, by the front of his shirt.
Yeah.
He's like, no! He,
Oh
like,
my God. And then the Jadoon.
the Jadoon. Do you like the Jadoon?
They're all right.
I think
They
that-
only could afford one mask.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
only
yeah.
could afford one mask.
That's a common thing in Doctor Who. Oh, that was funny, by the way, when they were all marching along with their helmets. You said, oh, they look like rhinos. And then took his helmet off and you went, oh, they are rhinos.
Yeah, they are.
I love their entrance. The way those...
What, the pixelated CGI?
No, that's all right. The way those ships land and then, when you see
Oh my God.
the line...
I've got a well dirty mind.
What? What are you
They
thinking?
look like massive flashlights. Oh dear.
Okay. Yeah, when you see like the two lines of them like marching across the moon, I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think they're a cool creature, and the whole idea of them being like police for hire, like basically thugs,
Yes.
is pretty cool.
And it's crazy that they're police for hire, and there's a vast amount of them.
Mm,
Like normally, like that type of thing is like they're quite small gangs,
mm,
but this is a huge organization.
yeah. I think there's a lot to it, like in terms of what it's trying to say about the world,
Yeah.
like police brutality and
Yeah.
all that.
Did they? I'm guessing they tracked down the straw lady.
The Plasmavore.
Yeah.
They tracked her down to the hospital, but because they have no jurisdiction over planet Earth, they had to extract the hospital to a
Yeah, I
a
understood
neutral
that
territory.
bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I can follow a story.
All right, sorry, I was just...
You talk about
just-
mansplaining.
Sorry, Stevensplaining.
Yes. Which normally comes... I normally ask you if I don't understand something.
Okay, sorry.
And then I asked you about a word the other day, you didn't even know.
What was that?
It was some word. I can't remember the word now.
Oh. Anywho. So, yeah, we had to get a cheeky kiss in this episode.
Puke, puke, puke.
Yeah.
I do not like it when there's a romantic storyline involved. I hate it so much.
I think it's I think it's unnecessary. I feel like there was a bit of an obsession in these early series where they had to have a kiss between the lead cast members, like almost for like something to put in a trailer to make people think, oh, I better watch that. You know what I mean?
For me, I just don't understand why it's needed.
No.
Because he could have transferred DNA anyway. He could have
Let's not go into that.
he could have breathed on her. He could have blood.
He didn't have time for that.
He does.
He didn't have time.
But he has time for a 30-second kiss.
A 30-second kiss. It was about 3
I
seconds.
bet he used a bit of tongue. Seems like the doctor would do.
Well, I think he probably would to help with the transfer, but yes. What I was going to say was this whole like, you said you don't like when there's a romantic aspect.
Yes.
Are you happy that Martha said at the end there that she's not remotely interested?
Martha, come here, Martha.
You always do this. You always beckon the characters to you.
Martha, let's talk together, like really nice and honest. But he was like, I don't call that nothing after that kiss.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Martha. I saw your eyes.
So you think she is interested?
I think she's just playing it cool.
Playing hard to get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Either her or Rose has got a baby that is half Time Lord, that has 2 stomachs, 2 hearts.
But do you think the Doctor wouldn't return her feelings like when he's only just lost Rose?
Yeah, the Doctor moves on quick.
Maybe Martha's his rebound.
Yeah, that's why she only lasts 1 episode.
1 series. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see what, if any, vibes develop and what happens.
Imagine if this is actually like the Doctor's actually not a Time Lord, but he's a man who's in a coma, and these are just the TARDIS is just a way of his brain linking dreams together.
Ben,
What? What? What?
I'm not saying anything.
What have I done? Am I good or am I bad?
You know you're good. You know you're good. You know you're good.
What have I done? You're smiling at me. Have I guessed a massive plot point in something?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would just say that what you've said has resonance with something that might be upcoming.
Oh.
But yeah, also what you just said on a slightly another note reminds me of, I know I always bring it up, but our lovely favourite show, Buffy.
Buffy!
Because there's that episode in that where she gets tricked into thinking that she's in a mental hospital.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all her Slayer adventures have been hallucinations or dreams or whatever.
Yeah. You forget how good Buffy is.
Buffy's amazing. And that's the thing, by the way. If anyone's listening to this and they haven't seen Buffy, you absolutely must.
I really will. If you like this, yes, you would definitely like Buffy.
You must. But if you find yourself watching the first season and you think, oh, not sure if this is for me, because it's very teenagery and very 90s.
But you've got to remember, this is what I would say to people. Like, okay, so like, I watched Buffy with Stephen.
Yeah.
We watched it all. We watched the whole thing together.
Yeah.
But what Steve, I would be very turned off very quickly. So Stephen, we skipped episodes that Stephen knew I wouldn't like.
We skipped a couple of episodes in the first season just because it's one of those shows that takes a while to mature.
Yeah.
And also because the characters are growing up. Like they start off in first year of high school.
Yes.
But then they get older as they go
By
along.
the time they leave high school, that's when the show is really found its stride.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because they're adults now, and it's adults, and they get to play with real world issues.
Yeah.
Like, not just teen drama, like, oh my god, he likes her, but I love him.
Yeah. By the end, Buffy's like dealing with having to get a job like in a fast food restaurant and worrying about how she's going to pay for her plumbing in her house and all that stuff.
Yeah. I was going to spoil something, but shut up.
No, it's a fantastic show. And maybe if there was like endless time in the world, Ben and I could do a Buffy podcast, but I think one podcast is enough.
Yeah. I really wanted to do a Charmed podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's the reverse then.
I've
watched it and you haven't.
Yes.
But we tried. We got about 3 or 4 episodes in and you had switched totally off it.
Well, no, I could...
It's the same as Buffy, though. You have to get past
I get that. I do get
series.
that. I do get that. And I would give it another go. But we had to stop at the time because they took it off Amazon.
They put it back on now.
I know they put it back on now, yeah. Anywho, watch Buffy.
Watch Charmed.
Watch Buffy.
By the way, no,
sorry, but speaking of that, when I did start watching Charmed with you, I was like, the number of things that it's like they ripped off from Buffy. Like, I think they were trying to capitalise on the interest in Buffy.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But that's what shows do.
Yeah, I know.
Anyhow.
But I just think Buffy it's got a lot of artistic integrity, I feel like, because it's very like this whole metaphor. When they started out, the first 3 seasons, which are high school based, the kind of MO of the show was high school is hell.
Yeah.
As a metaphor.
Yeah.
So we've got all these demonic things coming out of the pits of hell, and they all tell a story that is about an experience of being in high school.
Yeah.
Like, say, the first one that springs to mind, for example, is that girl that feels that she's invisible and no one sees her, and she actually becomes invisible.
Yeah.
Like, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Anyhow.
Massive tangent there. I really like the scene where the Doctor is like playing dumb and pretending to be human.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
It is good.
Have
you seen those rhino things out there?
Yeah. And then when she comes up to him and she's like, oh, you're quite the funny man. And yet I think laughing on purpose at the darkness. And then, we get back down to earth. And I really like how, as I said, Martha's got this big family. And it's like so noisy and chaotic. And there's so much going on. And she feels there's a lot of, you know, that opening scene where they're all phoning her. They all want a piece of her. It's like she's the glue that holds the family together. And that has a lot of pressure.
And don't I know it?
I was going to say, I bet you know what that feels like.
Yes, I do know what it feels like.
So you can understand why that's very tempting for Martha to say, I would like to step out of this for a minute.
Yes. She's given a get out.
Especially with the fact that the TARDIS can travel in time.
Yeah. so she can get back to that point.
Yeah.
But the TARDIS isn't very good at pinpointing time.
No, it's not.
Did you mention, when we watched this, a spark of memories sparked in my mind?
Hmm.
And I was like, it must have been Stephen's little voice saying, the reason why the TARDIS
Has 6 sides.
has because it needs 6 people, and that's why it's all wonky and bobbly.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah, in my head.
Yes, because she mentioned that. She said, "Oh, is there not a crew or whatever?"
Mm.
Yeah, because obviously she looked at all those buttons and she was like, "That can't just be one person."
Oh, what I loved about going against Martha and Tara? That is Buffy.
Yeah,
Sorry, Tara.
the contrast of Martha and Rose.
Yes.
Yeah,
The Doctor told Martha to push a button, yeah?
yeah,
He'd like find out. If Rose would be pushing buttons.
yeah.
And Martha
re-
grabbed the manual.
Yeah, read the fucking manual.
Yeah. like I was like, that showed, in that simple scene, showed their differences.
Yes,
How they think.
yes.
It's like Rose is an ape and she's an intellectual genius.
Okay, all right. Don't shit on Rose.
Rose shat on herself in series 2.
I missed that bit. I don't remember that episode.
I'm sorry, Rose, but Rose really, I think the arc of Rose really undid what they built up in the first series.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, they built her up to be this self-sufficient person, and then she became so lenient
Dependent on
and
the
dependent on the
Doctor,
Doctor.
yeah.
Like, but toward the end of the series, you could see that their relationship was unhealthy.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And
But how do you think the Doctor is now regarding all that? Because you said earlier you think he moves on very quickly.
yes,
You think he's put her in the
look
past.
at how many girlfriends he's had, Stephen, over the past 40, 60, 70 years.
They're not girlfriends.
Oh, Stephen. He's a chick magnet. He's a babe magnet. I'm sorry, but like, and they're always women.
No, they're not.
Oh my God.
They're not.
Show me a man.
Adric, Turlo,
They do
Ian.
not exist.
Jamie,
Do not exist.
Stephen. There was a companion called Stephen.
there
And there was a
companion?
companion called Ben.
No, there's not.
Yeah, genuinely, there's a companion called Stephen and a companion called Ben
There's
in the
not.
60s. What were we saying before that?
But in this, I don't like it.
You don't like what?
I like the episode story, but I just don't. I need some more characters in that
Yeah.
room, and like
Yeah.
I need.
Yeah, just yeah, wait and see. I find it really interesting that you've. Well, no, I don't want to spoil anything. Let's just see how it goes.
Okay.
One last thing I want to say is, how do you feel about that bit where he said it travels in time, and then he was like, "I can prove it," and he went and he came back and he had his tie off.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to say this: how the fuck did he know she was on that street?
She told him earlier. She said, "Chancellor Street, you came up to me and took your tie off."
Oh, he's a brainy box.
Yeah, but I don't know, I don't hate it. It's
That feels like a paradox. She told him where. That's a loop.
yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
That doesn't work.
No, but time travel stories are always going to have those in them, I think. Anyway, I just think it's really silly. Like, you know, it's a joke. It's a bit of fun. But, like, it doesn't really prove time travel. He could literally have gone into the thing, taken his tie off and come back out again. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if he had, like, taken something of hers, like, inconsequential, like, I don't know, like stolen her watch or something in the beginning and then giving it back to her at the end there.
Or maybe like something that she had lost. That's
Yeah.
very dear to her.
Yeah.
Anywho. Any hooey booey. Does she have a boyfriend? Like a Mickey boyfriend?
Martha, no, she's a single Pringle
She's single Pringle and ready to mingle in the.
in the TARDIS. Oh, I think you were so excited when the sonic screwdriver got destroyed.
Yes.
You were like, finally, it's gone. And then at
No,
the
I
end,
said something very different to that.
you said, the plot convenience has gone or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah. And then he comes in at the end, oh, I've got a brand new sonic screwdriver that he's road testing. You rolled your eyes so hard.
Yes. How many episodes have we watched?
Doctor Who, this is the 30th that we've watched.
So, Runaway Bride was with our first interaction with Donna.
Mm-hmm.
Empty Child was our first interaction with
Captain Jack.
the Captain Jack man, who improves in Torchwood.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He matures like a fine wine.
You've got Dalek, First introduction of a Dalek.
Doomsday being...
That was the Rose's last episode,
Oh, yeah.
which was really good.
Yeah.
Parting of the Ways was Christopher Eccleston's Regeneration.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, where's it going to go?
This is the best entrance to a series
Oh, yeah, 100%.
that it has.
Yeah.
It is going into a nice, comfortable 5th position.
So underneath Doomsday.
I would watch this again.
Yeah.
If that's how I rank things. That's how I rank these. I don't know if you know these guys. Stephen goes for a different way, but my thing is, would I watch this again?
Yeah.
And what one would I watch first out of them all again?
Okay. So you've put it as better than Parting of the Ways,
Yes.
but not as good as Doomsday.
Part of the Way was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Doctor Dances is.
Oh, that was the second part of the gas mask.
Oh yeah. Maybe it should go into number 6 then.
Okay, so between. What do you
I
think?
did really like this. I thought Martha was brilliant.
Yeah, it's good. It is
and
good.
I thought like Anne Reid was brilliant. And I thought like it had a great. It was well structured. There was peaks and troughs where there needed to be peaks, and then when we hit the peak, it stayed high, running. I even got out my chair and ran.
Oh, you did.
But no, I'm going to stick with 5.
Okay, so better than Parting of the Ways.
Yeah.
Cool. Where is it going to go for me? I think also fairly high. I think it's a good one. I'm thinking somewhere around the Tooth and Claw mark. Yeah, I'm going to put it just above Tooth and Claw and just below Dalek, which for me makes it number 6. So 5 for you, 6 for me.
Docky Who, Docky Who, Docky Who.
But yeah, that's pretty much us for this episode.
That is.
Yeah, it's exciting to be on Doctor Who Series 3.
Yeah. It's no Torchwood, but yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Give it a chance. And the faster we get through Doctor Who Series 3, the sooner you can get back to Torchwood.
Yeah.
You know where to find us between now and the next episode. All the social media links and our email address is in the show notes. So have a look there.
We even have show notes.
Yeah. It's just the description of the episode that comes up on podcast feed.
You can tell I don't do any of the admin. I just sit here and look pretty.
Which is good for an audio medium, isn't it?
What?
Just sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah.
That's really helpful for an audio medium.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. I like you looking pretty.
Anyhow.
We'll be back next week. Until then,
Stay fantastic.
stay fantastic.
Stay fantastic. Stay fantastic. Stay fantastic.
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
What were you trying to do?
It's the horse racing thing.
The William Tell overture.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't work.
Stay
fantastic. Yeah.
That's the
I
sound.
was thinking the Hallelujah chorus. Stay fantastic.
Stay fantastic.
Stay fantastic. Stay fantastic. Stay fantastic. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Peace out, babes.
Bye.
Bye.